By the authority given in the statutes of the Open University, I declare this congregation open for the conferment of degrees and the presentation of graduates. You can relax now, that's the formal bit over. We're going to have fun. Jubilation will be unconfined this afternoon. Distinguished guests, graduates and friends of the university, it's my privilege and pleasure to welcome you all to the second of the OU's degree ceremonies being held in this year. Last year, the Open University awarded over 25,500 qualifications, ranging from certificates of higher education to doctors of philosophy. Throughout this year, more than 8,000 graduates will be presented in person for their qualifications at degree ceremonies such as this one today in the Barbican. They're also being held in 10 different towns and cities throughout England, and also in Belfast, Cardiff, Edinburgh and Dublin, which illustrates the extraordinary scale and scope of the OU. We're delighted to welcome Dr. Hilary Lindsay to join us today, and it's also my great pleasure to welcome our honorary graduate, Teresa Heskins. We're delighted to be able to honour her today, and we'll be hearing more about Teresa's inspiring career later on. It goes without saying that today is an extremely important occasion in the life of you, our new graduates, and your families and loved ones, as well as the university staff, who I hope you'll feel have nurtured and supported you. Now, you could be forgiven, after all the trumpets and the ceremonial, for thinking that this is an occasion that is so important that it's going to be solemn, but you'd be quite wrong. In every sense, this is going to be an afternoon of celebration. At least it will be, as long as we all join in that celebration. So we'll be very disappointed if any one of our new graduates crosses the stage today to anything other than absolutely thunderous applause, or indeed whatever other particular ways you choose to express your enthusiasm. And there have been some highly original ways over the years where that's been felt. So with this in mind, why don't we ask all of today's graduates to stand, please? Friends, family, and staff, let's start today's ceremony by giving our wonderful graduates a huge round of applause. That's brilliant. Let's make sure it's that loud all through this afternoon. So when that long-awaited moment arrives and your special graduate steps forward, please feel free, families and supporters, to clap or cheer or whoop or do whatever you want. And you're welcome to stand up, of course, so you can see your graduate better as they walk across the stage. And graduates, you can choose your own particular way of celebrating your moment. I leave that to your imagination, but ask you not to put yourself at too significant risk of physical injury. I know it's a school day, but are there any children in the hall? Can I hear, are there any children in the hall? Good, good. Now, it's particularly helpful for parent graduates to know where their children are. So children of graduates of any age, please stand up and make yourself known so that everyone can see where their families are. So please, children, call out, wave to mum and dad. Thank you very much, that's brilliant. Good. Yeah, this is going to be quite a raucous crowd, I can tell. Now, there's one more way you can show your appreciation to your particular graduate you're supporting. If you post messages or photos on social media, if you use the hashtag OU_ceremonies, you may have seen some of the messages that have already been flying around today, your congratulations will be seen not only by everyone here in the ceremony, and we'll be showing them at the end of the ceremony, but of course also by the world outside, so we can share our joy with everyone outside this hall. So lots of ways to get involved and to interact. Now let's get down to the business of the graduation. Today's ceremony will begin with the presentation of those graduates who've gained higher degrees and first degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Engineering and Bachelor of Laws. They will be presented by Mr. Steve Clark, who's the Director of the Open University's Business Performance Improvement Unit. And then we'll have the awarding of the honorary degree of Master of the University to Teresa Heskins, and Dr. Linda Prescott, Senior Lecturer in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, will present Teresa, who will sign the honorary graduate's book, and then we'll ask her to make a reply. And in the second half of the ceremony, we will continue our presentation of graduates with those who've gained Bachelor of Science degrees, foundation degrees, and diplomas of higher education. To conclude the ceremony, I'll then give a personal address to our great new graduates. I now call upon Mr. Clark to present the graduates.
Vice-Chancellor, I shall now present graduates who have gained higher degrees and have been able to attend here today. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, I present to you with a thesis entitled Developing Learning Analytics for epistemic commitments in a collaborative information-seeking environment, Simon Knight. And for a thesis entitled Radio and Infrared Observations of the W3, W4, W5 star-forming regions, Kisnat. For a thesis entitled Blended Learning, an exploration of the experiences of lecturers and students in post-qualification nurse education, Alison Gallagher. And for a thesis entitled Making Sense of Physics, Student-Teachers' Experiences of a Physics Subject Knowledge Enhancement course, Michael Inglis. I present to you for the degree of Master of Arts in Art History with distinction, Christine Francis. Paul Luckraft. And for the degree of Master of Arts in Art History, I present Alice Bowden. Corby Elford. Jenny Head. Debbie Innes. Louise Ward. For the degree of Master of Arts in Childhood and Youth, I present Stephanie Byers. Diana Smith. And for the degree of Master of Arts in Classical Studies, I present Laurie Sindoni Jones. For the degree of Master of Arts in Education, I present Charlotte Bourne. And Assad. Lisa Filsend. Charlotte Rands. For the degree of Master of Arts in English, I present Rebecca Dixon. Linda Edwards. And Carrot Filditch. Rory Brown. For the degree of Master of Arts in History, I present Susan Bruce. Brian Cox. Diane Mulkerrins. Laura Rule. Victor Skelton. For the degree of Master of Arts in Music, I present Christine McIntosh. For the degree of Master of Arts in Online and Distance Education, I present Yassar Eltaf. Elizabeth James. Nicoline Joubert. Morven Pringle. For the degree of Master of Arts in Philosophy, I present Anastasia Douglas. Thomas Goomis. Jane Hawker. For the degree of Master of Business Administration with distinction, I present Hannah Hampton. For the degree of Master of Business Administration, I present Bernadette Brady. Natalie Burkitt. Vilmaine Cardoso. Philip Gregory. Tristan Heel. Amarjit Hundal. Marcus Mittermeier. Marcus Neumeier. Pradeep Patel. Mark Pearson. Sergi Pessin. Friederike Feiselsteiner. Alexandra Proveda. Mark Ryan. Eduardo Sabatelli Riccardi. Clive Sandhurst. Daniel Tilgner. Ulrich Welch. Karina Warther. For the degree of Master of Education with Distinction, I present Marcus Coping. For the degree of Master of Education, I present Richard Alexander. Aisha Aslam. Gillian Bunting. Joanne Campling. Alison Eason. Nicola Jones. Andrew Riley. Alison Saunders. For the degree of Master of Laws, I present Francis Sodsey. For the degree of Master of Science in Computing for Commerce and Industry, I present Tristan Self. For the degree of Master of Science in Development Management, I present Devanina O'Connell. Janice Barnett. Danielle Gaillard-Pechet. Hannah Gray. Charlotte Perrin. For the degree of Master of Science in Manufacturing, Management and Technology, I present Simon McCarthy. For the degree of Master of Science in Medical Physics with Distinction, I present Dina Rocht. For the degree of Master of Science in Medical Physics, I present Daniel Gebretsen. Adrian Williams. For the degree of Master of Science in Medicinal Chemistry with distinction, I present Rachel Gillingham. For the degree of Master of Science in Medicinal Chemistry, I present Mark Graham. Ben Halsall. For the degree of Master of Science in Professional Science, I present Rachel Oaten. For the degree of Master of Science in Science, I present Alexandra Barron. And for the degree of Master of Science in Technology Management, I present Adam Beaton. Vice-Chancellor, I shall now present graduates who have gained Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Engineering and Bachelor of Law degrees and have been able to attend here today. The full subject details are printed in the insert with your ceremony programme. I present for the degree of Bachelor of Arts with First Class Honours, Kevin Barton. Eileen Cuff. Paul Curtis. Carly Forster. Kelly Green. Helen Howman. Carol Morris. Renati Riedel. Howard Rose. Rebecca Tonks. Jude Waters. Nicola Williams. I present for the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Rosie Abbott. Zahid Ahad. Samantha Bedell. Rahima Begum. Jennifer Briscoe. Mandeep Bamra. Nari Bell. Fiona Brown. Glenn Chapman. Laura Churchill. Lulu Damagy. Benjamin Davies. Rachel Day. Kathleen Draycott. Pavla Drenowski. Malgorzata Drezon. Geraldine Everett. Sarah Flannery. Webster Gadzika. Gillian Harries. Neda Ipachi. Maria Iqbal. Luke Jenkins. Nicola Jefferson. Maureen Weldon. Philip John. Selena Johnson. Judith Judge. Christiana Kaladu. Milukanum. Leanne Kirby. Esther Kizak. Rachel Coe. Marion Last. Verity Lawson. Katrina Lindo. Abel Mahawa. Mario Morbelli. Cornelius Magobo. Susan O'Brien. Noel O'Neill. Elliot Phillips Reynolds. Paola Piazza. Rosini Rana. Caroline Ransley. Luis Restrepo Benavides. Wendy Reynolds. Luca Sambucci. Dorothy Shambambea. Emma Stevens. Daniel Studholm. Sherry Taylor. Gemma Webb. Elizabeth Wells. Christine Whitby. Tracy Winwright. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, I present Jane Blackman. Anita Chiapol. Claire Jones. Lauren Mann. Ken Williams. Ian Wycherley. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering with First Class Honours, I present Jonathan Ashley. Richard Bond. Kevin Sefton. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering with Honours, I present Richard Channing. Andrew Grimes. Daniel Hollins. Clive Martin. Ian McConnell. Kevin Mitchell. Daniel Stanker. Gareth Tyndall. For the degree of Bachelor of Laws with First Class Honours, I present Sophia Lingham. And for the degree of Bachelor of Law with Honours, I present Nicholas Deere. Natalie Griffiths. Deborah Harris. Judith Haverty. And Erica Longton.
Vice-Chancellor, colleagues, graduates, guests. Teresa Heskins is the Artistic Director of Staffordshire's New Vic Theatre. She combines the highest standards of artistic endeavour with a broader mission of accessibility. Her award-winning productions have been central to a cultural renaissance within her community, which in turn has driven social and economic development across the area. Born and raised on a South London council estate, Teresa read English at Balliol College, Oxford, and trained as a director at the Birmingham Repertory Theatre. She spent 7 years with the new writing company Pentabus before moving to the New Vic, Europe's first purpose-built theatre in the round. Her many celebrated productions include a mixture of groundbreaking new writings and fresh takes on classic works. Recent achievements include Kiss Me Quick Step, Around the World in 80 Days, and Bram Stoker's Dracula, one of the Observer's top 10 shows of last year. Teresa writes as well as directs the Christmas show for children and families each year, adapting much-loved stories including The Borrowers, The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, and Alice in Wonderland, which was nominated for Best Work for Children and Young People by the UK Theatre Awards. 1 in 10 local people attend the New Vic Christmas shows each year. For many children, it's their first trip to the theatre and a truly magical introduction to the world of storytelling, creativity and performance. The New Vic has always been strongly rooted in the local community, creating many plays and documentaries which explore local life, work and culture. Teresa has continued this tradition in ways that continually challenge and surprise. In 2012, for example, she commissioned Aleki Blythe to write a new work in which actors performed verbatim interviews by local people, relayed to them on stage through headsets. Last year, she developed a month-long festival of work in collaboration with the National Theatre Studio, celebrating the discovery of the Staffordshire Hoard, the world's largest collection of Anglo-Saxon silver and gold. The festival received national recognition as one of The Guardian's top 10 shows of the year. The company has commissioned work on contemporary issues such as female genital mutilation and so-called honour violence, as well as reflecting the legacy of the region's mining and industrial past. This commitment to the community is absolutely central to the New Vic's mission. It has developed partnerships with police officers and probation officers to engage young offenders in creative and artistic workshops. It collaborates with local schools and colleges, as well as national and international universities on arts education initiatives. It works with Keele University as part of the Ages and Stages Theatre Company in researching and recording older people's experiences of the theatre. And Staffordshire University is a partner in the Appetite Festival, which engages local people with the arts by taking productions and events out to streets, parks and hospitals. Teresa's success is measured not only in terms of awards and accolades, increasing visitor numbers and box office receipts, but also in its wider impact on the economic, social and cultural life of the region and the nation. We honour both her many outstanding artistic achievements and her broader commitment to public engagement and social inclusion. Vice-Chancellor, by the authority of the Senate, I present to you for the honorary degree of Master of the University, Teresa Heskins.
Gosh, I'm so nervous, I think I just signed somebody else's name there. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's such a privilege to be honoured in this way, and to stand here with all of you at such a significant moment in so many lives. The model of the Open University is such an inspiring one, isn't it? I was looking back over some of the history and finding out about this vision of a university of the air that was born of all the innovations in broadcasting in the 1960s to make higher education accessible to all, and reading about Jenny Lee, the minister who in the 60s was tasked with making it happen. She's a bit of a hero of mine because she also reinvigorated the Arts Council at about the same time, a busy woman, turning it from a London-based organisation into a nationwide organisation. And she believed that education and the arts should be something to occupy a central place in our society, in everyday life. And those principles of access and democracy and inclusivity are the ones that I try to live and work by, making sure that engagement with the arts is something for the many and not just the few. Because I think the arts are so important in our lives. They're an entertainment and an adventure. They engender civic pride. They are one of the UK's fastest growing industries. And I think they're where we do our everyday philosophising as well. They're a place where we can find inspiration and provocation to think about the world that we live in, and where we can take imaginative journeys that give us space to consider what sort of people we want to be in it, where we can consider alternative models of our community and our society, what it might be or what it might not be. So for me, engaging with the arts colours in our world, but it also gives us the chance to make a better one. Thank you today for recognising the contribution I and the New Vic make to doing that. It gives me determination and courage to continue the journey. And I'd like to wish you all well too with all of your journeys. Thank you.
Vice-Chancellor, continuing the presentation of graduates who have gained a first degree, I shall now present graduates who have gained Bachelor of Science degrees, foundation degrees, and diplomas of higher education, and have been able to attend here today. The full subject details are printed in the insert in your ceremony programmes. I present for the degree of Bachelor of Science with First Class Honours, Nick Adams. Lauren Atherton. Namala Bellini. Charlotte Cameron. Stephanie Hill. Neil Hopkins. Mark Knollies. Rachel Marrow. Rebecca Migiok. Philip McCocklin. Andrew Milne. Elaine Pegg. James Persord. Alison Pretty. Natalie Riley. Olivia Roden. Ruth Smith. Bhuvan Tapper. Jim Tulloch. Siobhan Turner. Sarah Watson. Jörg Weiser. Louise Yardley. I present for the degree of Bachelor of Science with honours, Maza Agzdadzab. Suad Al-Abdali. Ambrim Ashraf. Sarah Bailey. Matthew Barbier. Wendy Barrow. Ian Bartram. Conrad Batten. Daniel Birch. Carolyn Boddy. Hannah Carpenter. Andrew Carter. John Charnock. Stephanie Chase. Alfie Trizango. Tamsin Colborne. Tom Cooper. Nicole Cox. Hermione Davies. James Donovan. Nick Duplessis. Tatianka Dilgeska. Thomas Duddy. Olivia Dunnett. Louise Edwards. Silas Ajafo. Evie May Ellis. Daniel Alongo. Nicola Ellsworth. Joanne Emerson. Claire Ford. Francesca Fusco. Laura Gow. Sarah Gasson. Meryl Gilbert. Amanda Hall. Nicola Hammond. Fiona Harper. Sarah Harris. Richard Holland. Nicholas Jackson. Ranunu Janapriya. Carl Joyce. Paul Kidd Hewitt. Annika Scipriano. Philip Laurie. Jennifer Leask. Andreas Leggin. Peter Lillywhite. Shona Lyle. Charity McCarza. Rajwant Manku. Vari Mansi. Victoria Marr. Sarah Marshall. Joanne Mason. Jamie McLeod. Marilyn Mihanovic. Maria Mihahova. Melanie Minto. Farshid Miri. Dana Moldovanu. Sandra Nicola. Jack Niland. Kerry O'Brien. Michaela Olsen. Kelly Osborne. Samuel Owusu Anakobia. Ajay Patel. Giancarlo Coroni. Laxman Rai. Rachel Robbs. Jose Rodriguez. Gavin Saxed. Gabriella Sabu. Stephen Scanlon. Susanna Shazuli. Jenny Shewan. Marcin Suchik. Laura Sullivan. Priscilla Surkoof. Chris Theed. Elohai Toes. Matt Underwood. Becky Vickers. Philip Vine. Sarah Walford. Robert Wallace. Sarah Wallace. Adrian Warner. Kerry Woods. Kieran Ray. Karina Wrightson. Sonia Spinden. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, I present Sophia Ayres Gomez. Susan Austin. James Baker. Simon Galini. Vicky Gosling. Paul Holford. Angela Locke. Vera Mowat. Pakakot Pali. Lucy Smith. For a foundation degree, I present Natasha Cohen. Karen Donovan. Sophie Eastop-Scopes. Victoria Godber. And for the Diploma of Higher Education, I present Natalie Allum. Amy Smith. And Selena Ward.
Wow. Phew. What is it about clever people? They've got such firm handshakes. Congratulations, all of you. Good afternoon, everyone. Guests, members of Senate, staff, and of course, our wonderful new graduates. This is a very special day for everyone here, one to remember for the rest of your lives. And from up here, I can see the faces of all of you, the friends and family, and I had some wonderful reactions as people came across the stage. I asked people how long they'd been studying. Someone said 10 years, another person said 25 years, another person said it was such a long time she couldn't remember how long it had been, how long it had been. There were some very moving moments, some private conversations, people dedicating their achievement to mentors, friends, family, and loved ones that they'd lost. And a few other conversations, quite a lot of the ladies comparing dress notes and things like that. But wonderful, wonderful, inspiring stories from everyone, and the joy on all of your faces was fantastic. Each of you is extraordinary, but together, you're even more extraordinary. I believe that without question, you're the most amazing body of graduates anywhere in the UK. In fact, today, you, your friends and your supporters are sharing this wonderful auditorium with probably the most extraordinary people you're ever likely to meet. For your family, friends and supporters, you each know the incredible efforts that your graduate went to achieve their qualification. But many of you, and many of the graduates here, won't know much about our other graduates, because often the OU's students don't come together. So it's not so easy to know just how amazing you are as a body. So I'd like to take just a moment to show ourselves why you are so extraordinary. I'm going to ask the graduates a few questions. Don't worry, it's not an exam question, don't worry. Just to discover a bit more about each other. And if you can, just put up your hands to my questions. Who was employed at some stage during their study? Put your hands down. Who did voluntary work at some stage during their study? Who helped bring up a family during their study? Who cared for parents or other dependents during their study? And who has a disability? There are a lot of disabled students. Of course, not all of them are able to attend. The Open University has 20,000 disabled students. That's more disabled students at the Open University than most universities have students overall. But you can see from the answers to my questions that nearly every one of the graduates here today has some other obligation than their studies. It's quite amazing. Now compare that with students at conventional universities. Now their extra duties might extend to the sports team or indeed their heartfelt commitment to the student bar. Your efforts are so much greater. And let me just share a small frustration I have over the words that are sometimes used to describe OU students. Conventional students are described as full-time students, and OU students like you are described as part-time students. Part-time, part-time. It's more like double time with the OU. You've been on a very tough shift indeed. But there's only one thing tougher than being an OU student, and that's living with one. And many of you, as you came across the stage and you pointed to or smiled at your friends and family, told me that your qualification was as much their achievement as yours. So let's take a moment to acknowledge the support of your family and friends who are celebrating with you today. They've been by your side every step of the way. Let's thank them for supporting you, for standing by you. So graduates, if you can, locate your friends and family in the crowd, and let's give the family and supporters a massive round of applause. Also suggest that we should thank another vital group that helped you on your journey to here today, the Open University's wonderful academics, represented by my colleagues on the platform who wrote and presented your courses, and crucially of course, the tutors, the ALs, the associate lecturers who taught you and got you through. I hope you agree they too are deserving of huge appreciation. You're all absolutely special, but you're also special because of the quality of the university from whom you've just graduated and the standards that we set. Standards that we know that employers recognise and value. For instance, over 30,000 businesses and organisations in the UK have chosen the OU to train their staff. And a survey by the Department for Business Innovation and Skills found that employers perceive part-time students to be, quote, hard-working, committed, and requiring discipline, and recognise the importance of supporting their employees' study aspirations. So an OU qualification is really something to be proud of. It's well recognised and respected. So I hope that if you're looking for a new job or promotion in your current work after your qualification, you can remind your employer of facts like that. And if you're looking for a few other things to tell people about the university of which you're now a graduate, here are a few more facts which I hope they'd also find impressive. In 2013, the OU led the way again in digital innovation when we set up the UK's first platform for massive open online courses, free learning for the world, through an initiative called FutureLearn. And since it was set up, it's gained 3.5 million learners around the world. Many of you will be familiar with our partnership with the BBC. So whenever you see the OU shield at the end of a TV programme, you can be sure that there'll be something extra to learn from there. For instance, on OpenLearn, our free learning portal, and an opportunity to engage with the OU's academics in relation to those great programmes. 2 of the TV programmes we produced with the BBC were nominated for BAFTA awards this year: the landmark natural history series, The Hunt, and the Great Ormond Street Hospital documentary. We're also doing wonderful work with those who need our help the most. The OU is working with the British Council to deliver academic programmes to displaced Syrian refugees who've left their homes to settle in Jordan and Lebanon. We're teaching English, French, and German language skills. And I'd like to turn to the research of the Open University. When we took part in the recent exercise to assess university research, that showed that nearly 3/4 of the OU's research was marked as 4 or 3-star. That means either world-leading or internationally excellent. And this research captures the public imagination. We're hugely proud, for instance, of our contribution to the space exploration in the Rosetta mission, which chased after the comet. And as we speak, the ExoMars orbiter is on its way to sniff out life on Mars using a special methane sniffing instrument developed by OU space scientists. And one of our very own PhD students, Jack Wright, got a wonderful opportunity recently. He was asked to name a region on the planet Mercury, naming a ridge which is apparently the length of the distance from London to Liverpool. So as you can see, you're a member of a university that's a world leader in technology, in innovation, and in helping people to learn. And from now on, you will always be a member of this university. Today, you join a community of nearly 500,000 alumni of graduates of the Open University around the world. The OU has been by your side throughout your studies, and today we give you a new commitment to stay with you on your lifelong journey. We'll share with you new opportunities to study. We'll help you to develop your professional career, and as we learn more about your chosen field of study, we'll be sharing our latest research with you. Our motto on the crest in front of you is learn and live, an inspiring thought. It's something that all Open University graduates embody as soon as you step back into your busy lives. So I ask you to continue to learn and continue to live, but more than that, continue to shine. You have great skills, you have ability, you have confidence. You can change the world around you for the better. You're now part of a vast network of people as extraordinary as you are. So we'd like you to make your voice heard. Join our alumni careers group, for instance, on LinkedIn, to share your professional experience and make new connections. Or try one of those free online courses on OpenLearn or FutureLearn. Or maybe, and you might want to give this just a little bit of time, you might think about continuing your studies at the OU with another course. Members of our alumni team are waiting out in the foyer, and they'd love to talk with you about what our Alumni Association can offer, as well as ways that you might be able to give back to your university. Because when you leave today, we hope that you will become an ambassador for the Open University and all that it stands for. Its values of social justice, equality, education and knowledge being open to all. So please, share your experiences with others you know. Tell people what your OU journey has meant to you and what it could mean for them. I hope you might have seen the truly inspiring television adverts that bring so vividly to life both the jubilation, the trials, the frustrations of being an OU student. But we know that for potential students, a word of recommendation from an OU student or graduate is far better than any television commercial. You are our best advert, and we want you all to be proud and prepared to say, I studied there. In a moment, the proceedings will end, and the ceremonial party will process out, and you'll then get a chance to see any of the messages or photos up on the screen that you've been posting on social media. But please do join myself, the honorary graduate, and the others in the ceremonial party to mingle, and so we can congratulate you in person. There's one last thing we need to do. I think we should ask our graduates to stand once again and give them the last and loudest round of applause. Brilliant. I doubt this great hall has heard noise as loud as that ever. That was fantastic. The proceedings of this degree ceremony have been completed, and I now declare this meeting of congregation closed. Will all of those who are able to stand, please do so.
Thank you.